Where you at, bro?
The apron.
Okay. If it say, just go to the first one first.
Alright, the first one, it just says Strong's H2290. Hey, Lord. Hegorah. And it says the girdle, belt, girdle, loins, covering, belt, loins, clothes.
So they
armor.
becoming strong. Okay? When you tighten up something, it's strong, it's strengthening. So by them not dying all of a sudden, right? Because Eve told him, told that serpent, he said, if I take on your different doctrines, we gonna die. And then the serpent lied to her and said, look, which she fast talked her and seduced her, right? And she said, we gonna die. But looking at that, they was happy that they didn't die. They was growing and they were strengthening in what was going on. But at the same time, it was still all unbalanced, right? Because Adam wasn't in control of the situation, but they were strengthening in their wickedness. Okay? Matter of fact, continue to look up the Chaldean lexicon down there.
Yeah, just,
What did it say?
it says binding, hence and girdle, a belt, girdle, cloth, girdle with a girded with a girdle, girdle, and apron.
Okay. Now, is that the first definition or the second?
That's the first one.
Let's get the second one, see what we got. And go straight to the Chaldean lexicon now. Got it? Anything deal with strength, becoming strong. I can't see yours, bro. Let me go over there.
Okay, I see it. It says, I see it now.
Okay.
It says, she girded with her loins with strength.
So, with strength. So, by dealing with the apron is Eve agreed with them different doctrines, and Eve, like it was saying, desired, and she became strong in it. She became strong in her stance in wickedness, man. You know what I'm saying? She became strong in her stance in wickedness, man. And even though they was together and they was trying to figure it out, of course they was arguing, because that's what happens when things are not stable. Confusion gets in there, which is Satan. So they was arguing, trying to figure it out. That's why you have to extrapolate. But Eve became strong in her stance, man. She was in agreement with living that way of life. She didn't want to do what YAHAWASHI set up. That's why she desired to be that, to take in them different doctrines. And she took it to Adam, and she was like, look, you know what I'm saying? Because it was all about control. So she became strong in that stance of her being a so-called independent woman and not wanting Adam to rule over her. She wanted to rule over Adam. Okay? So read that for me again, bro.
All right. This is Genesis chapter 3, verse 7. And the eyes of them both were open.
That was aware. Okay, go ahead.
and they knew that they were naked.
They was helpless. Hold on, bro. Yeah. My goodness. Man, fuck that kid out.
All right. This is Genesis chapter 3, verse 7. And the eyes of them both were open,
Right.
and they knew that they were naked.
They knew they was helpless because of what they had did against. Well, Adam knew he was helpless. He was the leader. He knew he was helpless. He knew he couldn't fix it. Okay? Go ahead.
And they sewed fig leaves together.
So they knew that they wasn't dying. Okay? It was no disturbance. They ain't died. Go ahead.
And made themselves aprons.
So they was born together and exalted in that wickedness on the left hand side. But they were still unstable. Go ahead.
This is verse 8. And they heard the voice of Yahawah.
And also Eve became strong in her stance of their desire to rule over Adam. Right? Because it ain't had nothing to do with them covering themselves up from being actual naked. Because you go to the Genesis 3:21, it'll tell you about the garments that they made. So it ain't got nothing to do, them leaves, and it ain't got nothing to do with them being covered up as far as their body being naked. It ain't got nothing to do with them. Go ahead.
It says Genesis chapter 3, verse 8.
Go ahead.
And they heard the voice of Yahawah, YAHAWASHI, walking in the garden.
So they heard the messenger of YAHAWASHI. Okay? They heard him. Go ahead.
Just walking in the garden in the cool of the day.
Walking in the garden in the cool of the day. Now, all this is going on, and they arguing back and forth. You know what I'm saying? And here it is, the messenger is approaching. Now, they trying to fix the situation, right? But like I was saying, the woman don't want to take no, like I would tell you, you know, you look at the world today and people trying to figure out why the woman don't want to take accountability for her actions. She didn't do it back then. And she ain't going to do it today because the Most High have made her forget. Give me Job 39 and 17. Job 39 and 17, we will get the different translations in there. Job 39 and 17. Right?
This is Job chapter 39, verse 17.
In the King James Bible, right?
Come on.
Go ahead.
And it says, because the Most High have deprived her of wisdom, neither had he imparted to her understanding.
Now, when you deal with that word deprive, when you look it up in the blue letter, it means to make her forget. So when you go to the different translations and you go to the contemporary Bible, read the contemporary Bible version.
All right, this is Job chapter 39, verse 17, and this is the contemporary English version. It says, I myself made her foolish and without common sense.
So here it is. When she took that to Adam, common sense would have told her, look, I don't need to take this to Adam because this is going to mess up everything. But now she wanted to rule over Adam. She agreed with that doctrine. She wanted to rule over Adam. And her not having common sense, looking further on down the line, was going to destroy the Adamites as a nation. You see? Same way today. They don't look at, they don't take accountability. Common sense allows you to take on accountability.
Right.
These women today, they don't want to take on accountability. You see? Because they ain't got no common sense. So, the same way back then, how they was in agreement with the different doctrines outside of the statute, laws, and commandments, Same way they're gonna be today when Esau Edom push this chip. They're gonna be in agreement with it. Because common sense tell you not to take it, because that's something foreign going in your body, but they gonna take it anyway because they wanna succeed and excel over the man.
Yep.
See?
Yep.
And listen to the serpent, which is gonna get them destroyed. You see? And then by her having that technology, she gonna look down on the man and say, you ain't nothing.
Right. I'm leveled up.
I'm leveled up. You ain't nothing. And
Right.
talk to him like he a kid.
Yep.
And if you try to check her about that situation, she gonna make you feel a way because she cunning and crafty like a serpent to make you feel a way that you wrong and you uncertain of what you're talking about. You see?
Right.
That's how it goes. Corrupt. You see? Straight up corrupt, bro. But read that different translation again from the contemporary.
All right, this is Job chapter 39 verse 17. So like Job chapter 39 verse 17. This is the contemporary English version. I myself made her foolish and without common sense.
And yes, brothers, it's in the Bible. You know, that's in the King James Bible. We just in a different translation. And common sense tell you that you need a man, but the only nation of women on this earth say they don't need no man is a so-called black woman. She the only nation that say that. Man, that's Eve. And whatever and she the head tribe. Now, if you got any other tribes that's raised up around the black woman, the women, they gonna be just like her.
And the Latin and the Latin tribes, man, the Latin tribes are following right behind Eve. And I don't care what nobody says, man, rather you're so-called.
When he say Eve, he talking about the Judite woman, so-called
Right.
black woman.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't care, you know what I'm saying, what you people think or whatever, but all the other tribes of women, rather it be the so-called Mexican or the so-called Puerto Rican or so-called Dominican, so-called, you know, from Salvador, they're starting to follow Eve, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That sometimes I know people be saying, oh man, you gotta get your Latin.
Let them go by so they can hear you. So they can hear you.
And I know people say, oh man, you'd be better off with a so-called Latin tribe or this or that, you know. Well, I am, you know what I'm saying, from the so-called Latin tribes, you know what I'm saying?
They speak both languages.
And I speak both languages. And they're starting to follow Eve, man. All that so-called, well, these women are still traditional and stuff like that, man. You talking about damn nearly grandmas, you know what I'm saying? Because all this newer generation, man, are following Eve. You know what I'm saying?
Black woman.
Yeah, the so-called black woman, rather they be so-called Mexicans and this and that. There's a lot of Issacharites won't admit it, but a lot of you dudes are simps, man. You know what I'm saying? That machismo that I was hit with,
That's over with.
It's over with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I see it through all the, you know, little media on social media, and you guys are trying to make it seem like it's a trend, and that's how it's supposed to be, when it's not supposed to be like that. The man is supposed to be over the woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
you're
saying?
in agreement with the woman. Nowadays, these men are in agreement with the women being over the men.
Yep.
We're just corrupt.
Right.
That's not balanced.
And
that's not according to nature. That's not the way the Heavenly Father set it up. And we read about it.
Come.
This is where the disruption came in in the beginning, man.
Right.
It's not normal.
Right.
Okay? When Eve was innocent in the ancient world, okay, in Genesis 2nd chapter, she was doing what she was supposed to do. She was up under the man. When you get to the 2nd chapter, here you go the ball of confusion, man.
Right.
Here you go.
Right.
You see?
Right.
Here you go. And now today, the difference is back then and today, the difference is we was rulers. Okay? The Adamites was ruling. And that spirit back then, which was all dark nations, that spirit back then, that serpent back then, he was up under us. Okay, while we were ruling. But today, the serpent, which is a dragon, which he become a dragon now, Esau Edom, is in full power, and Eve is going way left field, man. And you can't tell her nothing. You see? See, we was ruling back then. Now the serpent today, he ruling, and you can't tell the so-called black woman, the Judite woman, Eve, nothing no more, man. She tell you she don't need no man, and that's what she's standing her ground at. That's what she on this side, she became fully strong in that stance, man. You see, she became fully strengthened in that stance on this side. Okay.
All right, this is
and when you read Job, what was that, 31 and 17?
39.
Oh, 39 and 17. When you read that, when you read up, it tell you that she don't even take care of her kids, man. You know, when you read up, she don't even take care of her kids. And then on top of that, she don't know how to take care of no man, man. The generation that's coming up now, man, they don't know how to do none of that, man. It's over with, man. You see? But go ahead, bro.
Slakia. And then the reason I speak on certain things, man, because I'm so-called first generation. You know what I'm saying? So my so-called parents, they're still from Mexico.
Yeah.
But all these modern women, man, they're out of there. They're all falling in.
I would talk.
So they didn't took on the juice of Babylon.
Yep.
You know?
I would talk.
Man. They took on the juice of Babylon. And you can see, just like them walking by, you can see why the women ain't walking side by side with the men.
Right.
They in front of them.
Or behind them.
The men is behind them and the women is leading.
Yep.
They ain't even side by side. Man, it's all fucked up.
Yep.
Man, that's why this place gotta go, man. That's why this place gotta go, man. Most High make examples, man. Them women is leading them men.
Yep.
And they follow.
Yep. They're here doing what they're doing, not because the men wanted to come out and do that. The men are here because this is what they wanted to do.
This is what they want to do.
Yep.
See? Man, this, hey, man, we seen it in real time, man. So go ahead, bro.
And the only difference, one more thing, the only difference with these, so-called Latin tribes, man, is that some of them speak another so-called language. That's the only difference.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's why Paul was saying, when you get into these women, man, you should have trouble in the flesh. When you read 1 Corinthians 7:28, 1 Corinthians 7:28, Paul was saying, look, you should have trouble in the flesh, man, dealing with these women, man.
Yeah.
You see? Because during different ages, it kept increasing, man. Now it's fully magnified. Where we at now right now, man. It's fully magnified.
Babylon Jews to spread.
It's over, man. You know? Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
All right, this is Genesis, back in Genesis chapter 3, verse 8. It says, and they heard the voice of Yahawah Hashem YAHAWASHI walking in the garden in the cool of the day.
So the messenger of YAHAWAH Hashem YAHAWASHI, they heard the voice of him, right? Now this is the messenger of YAHAWAH Hashem YAHAWASHI, right? Go ahead.
And Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of Yahawah Hashem YAHAWASHI among the trees of the garden.
Now this is key right here. Now let's look up the word hide right there. Now, there was hiding amongst the other nations, and they were being quiet and they withdrew themselves, man. Because going back to what? John 3:20. They didn't want to be exposed to what, you know what I'm saying, they didn't want to be corrected. Because they knew they had went off. And Adam was helpless. He knew he couldn't fix it. You see?
I'll read the first one. This one's Strong's H2244. YAHAWAH. it says to withdraw, hide, to hide oneself, to be forced into hiding, to hide, to be hidden, to hide oneself, draw back, draw together, make it harder.
So the angel, you know what I'm saying? Which was illuminated, expecting to run across Adam innocent. So Adam is hiding himself. So now he's being cunning and crafty and being deceitful. You see what I'm saying? Now he's on that type of time. Right? He hiding himself amongst the people. I ain't saying that. Right? Because he is fearful. You know? Go ahead.
Another one that says in the lexicon, it says to be forced to hide oneself.
Yeah, to be forced to hide oneself. So he ducked out. He trying not to be seen. Because what? He been exposed to them different doctrines through his woman, Eve. And he knew that he couldn't fix the situation, so he helped us now. So here it is, the messenger of YAHAWASHI is approaching, trying to see what's happening with the Adamites. You see? Go ahead.
All right. So Genesis chapter 3, verse 9. And YAHAWAH by Hashem YAHAWASHI, the Most High, called unto Adam.
Why he call a woman? But she wasn't the head. Why he call a woman? She wasn't the head, man. He looking for the head. You know what I'm saying? Read that for me again.
All right, this is Genesis chapter 3, verse 9. And YAHAWAH by Hashem YAHAWASHI, the Most High, called unto Adam and said unto him, where art thou? Question.
Where art thou? Now, go back up to Genesis chapter 3, verse 1.
All right. This is Genesis chapter 3, verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which YAHAWAH by Hashem YAHAWASHI had made. And he said unto the woman.
Now, Adam is like that serpent now. He hide from the messenger. He being cunning and crafty. You see? He going amongst the other nations trying to hide. You see that? Finish that off, bro. That particular one, the chapter, the first, the verse 1.
Come.
Yeah.
It says, yea, hath the Most High said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden. Question.
Yeah. So now Adam in the image of that serpent now. You see? So now he hiding from the messenger. You see? Now give me Ezekiel 31 and 6. Ezekiel 31 and 6.
All right, this is Ezekiel chapter 31, verse 6.